Hello, what's up, everyone? Okay, um, I've got a new animation that I'm working on today. It's just a short little animation. I also got a War Thunder video coming out. War Thunder sponsored animation. It's 7 minutes long, and it should be coming out like within. I've been saying this forever, but it should be coming out like this week or maybe next week because everything's approved. And it's it's like crazy the amount of animation on that one. So, hello from Russia. Hello from Ecuador. Hello, hello. Hey, what's up, everyone? Okay.
Pretty thing, I've got you right where I used to be right across this city, starting fires recklessly. And everything is closing, but tonight we'll stay a while. And if this darkness lingers, I'll fall to you just like a child. Pretty thing, I've got
Can I ask what was with the Neil deGrasse Tyson videos? There's nothing with them. They're just. It just made me laugh. I just thought it'd be funny to spam you guys with Neil deGrasse Tyson videos for like a week.
with reckless burning. I have been charged again.
Are you sure you're prepared for the consequences of animating on a Thursday? Everybody forgets about Thursdays. Except today's Independence Day for you Americans. Or I should call you burgers. A bunch of burgers down there. I just ate 2 of you guys for dinner. So happy Independence Day. We just had Canada Day 4 days ago. Also Carolina's birthday. Yeah, we went to this Japanese sushi place, and someone started like changing their baby like on the bar. And we didn't order anything yet, but I just got up and left. It was fucked up. And we went to a different one, so it was actually a much better environment.
Pretty
Um,
thing, I've got you
Yeah, it was gross. I got the ick. You know, I don't really know what the ick was until I got it. It wasn't about any person. Well, it was, but it wasn't about, you know. Got the restaurant ick. Happy Canada Day, enjoying the 4th and now streaming. Hell yeah. Alright. By the way, I went down to Las Vegas a couple weeks ago and shot some guns for the first time ever. That was awesome. By the way. You know, us Canadians, we don't really have the opportunity to shoot full automatic machine guns. Get to go down to Las Vegas for that. But yeah. It was cool. Shot 50 caliber Barrett sniper rifle, and I forget what it's called. It was called a saw. It's just like a machine gun, kind of. I forget the name exact, but yeah. It was in Boulder, right outside the Hoover Dam area. Thanks, Young Monty. Who's starring in your live action videos? Do they do anything else on YouTube? Well, the Calendar Man video is just me, and I don't think I have any other live action videos, really. So, I just shaved my beard and put on green makeup. And use like a voice changer, because I don't know how to speak like Larry King, but... Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to do. Do you like reading books? What's your favorite book? Sometimes I like reading books, but I don't really I can't really get into like traditional fiction novels that much. I like read stuff, but I don't really read like books like I got the Book of Symbols here, which is a really cool kind of like introspective sort of thing. You know, it's not meant to be like read page to page, but it's somewhere else. I also got I was starting to read this book called what's it called? The Beginning of Infinity. And it's about, you know, honestly, it's complicated to read, and I got about 50-60 pages in and I realized that I wasn't enjoying it, and I thought it would be a little bit different than what I expected. But basically the guy that's wrote it is going on about like what makes certain science like more correct than other science and stuff, and I thought it would be more about space, and maybe it gets into that later, but I just oh, it wasn't for me. Last other book I enjoyed reading was called what was it? Something about Neil deGrasse Tyson book. Actually, I read that, and it was called something, a short trip to something or other. Let me just look it up real quick. Oh yeah, it was called Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. So I enjoyed that because it was kind of like astrophysics, but like dumbed down, so that like someone like me could read it. uh, and then another book I enjoyed that was called the Norm Macdonald. He wrote this pseudo autobiography called based on a true story, a memoir by Norm Macdonald, and it's a hilarious book. But there's like a few sections of this book that are like serious too, which like if you know Norm Macdonald's humor, you know that he's like sort of joking when he's being serious, but at the same time he's being serious, if that makes any sense. Apparently he hated the book cover that they illustrated for him. But I really enjoy this. So if you're looking for something light to read that's funny, I recommend that for sure. Laddle, hello. Have you made safe mode in 95 or 96? I vividly remember watching it back then. I wish I had made it back in 96 so I don't have to complete the story, but it's been coming out recently, or not even recently, but like last year. And which from your pieces of music do you like most, and what outside of your music would you recommend? Oh, I always kind of don't really have a favorite of my own music because it's always changing, because I always make something that I feel like is better than whatever I made in the past. So I just got some strings back from Ireland, my recording studio, for a new track for safe mode, and it's I don't know if it's my favorite, but I really liked how it turned out. Can't wait to share it with you. And what outside of your music would you recommend? So my favorite band is Health. I've realized this now because I used to not have a favorite band, but I'm just constantly listening to their music, and I like everyone they collaborate with, and so I would recommend Health, and it's completely different from my music. It's more like metal, I guess, or whatever. I don't really know what it is. It's like industrial stuff. But from other, like if you're looking for all the kind of music that I really listen to, I have a playlist called Enjoyable Sounds Volume 1, where I also started a second volume. I have it, let me just copy the link to the second one. So I started a second one, which I'm actually playing right now. But because I disabled the super chats, here's the thing. When people super chat and I play copyrighted music, I think they get refunded or something like that. But I'm kind of been getting tired of listening to my own music, so I decided to just fuck it, and now I'm just playing copyrighted music. But I disabled the super chat, so now I don't know if it makes any difference. Maybe the stream will get muted later, but whatever. I just need to change the music that is on the stream for a bit, because it's Adam Egget's story is insane. Yeah. He just shits on Adam Egget the entire book. It's just quite hilarious. Lucky Naya, that was like 3 weeks ago, I think. Are there programs in Montreal that support independent artists and to increase visibility in the art scene? It used to be a real hip place back in the mid-90s, with rent being dirt cheap. Montreal's still probably the best place to be if you're in Canada for arts. Rent has gone up, but has gone up everywhere in the world. So there are programs. There's the NFB. You can apply and get funding, and there's SOCAN grants and stuff. But I've never applied for any of that stuff because they own the intellectual property of whatever you make. And that kind of, I guess it makes sense, but I value owning my own videos, so I don't do any of the arts funding. Honestly, I have gripes with that shit because there's a lot of Canadian artists that just live off of these grants and they don't actually make anything that has any monetary value. And the artistic value is questionable, to be quite frank. And so they keep making these movies that are like getting watched by like 50 people and they cost $250,000. And they keep getting these grants because they're really good at writing grants. And I don't really know what they're doing besides padding their resume for some sort of an existing market. But it's just, I have problems with a lot of things in Canada, but yeah, the arts funding is a little bit messed up here, in my opinion. Have you ever considered making visual novels of your stories? Like a graphic novel, do you mean? I considered it. I used to think I would draw comics and stuff, but I don't, for some reason, have the patience to draw comics, which is a bit weird saying as someone who got into animating. I met Johnny from Health like in March and then walked to the men's room right in front of him. I mean, listen, I tried to buy some of their merch, and their merch is unhinged. Like, what's wrong with their merch, man? I want to like support them, but it's fucked up. Like, I'm not gonna buy a Health butt plug. You know, I'm not gonna wear a shirt in public that says "come" on it. Like, I don't like what are they thinking? I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, it's just, I don't know what they're doing. You guys want to see some weird merch? Check in Health merch, you know? Man. Anyway. Okay, I gotta finish this drawing here. Oh, I need to look something up here. I need to... oh, I don't need to look it up, actually. Oh yeah, there's like this machine when you get your eyes checked. And it kind of looks like this. Oops. Oh, maybe I'll make that like a leather band instead. I'm not speaking for hammers, but typically virtual novel refers to a video game genre of point and click. Oh man. No, I don't want to get involved in that. It's just, I don't want to get in programming and stuff, you know. And honestly, guys, I know you, like, animation is what you know me for, but I think eventually I'm going to have to stop animating and just kind of become more into music and stuff and just kind of put out visualizers, because I don't have, I mean, I'm still animating, obviously, and I have someone I'm working with to produce more animations, but I'm not really enjoying it like I used to, so I don't know what to say. Like, the music is more what I'm interested in making. And that's why safe mode has been taking me forever to make, because I've been mentioning this on the last stream, but whatever. Man, you don't have Firefox. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Firefox is great. I find it works great, especially with uBlock Origin. Yeah, exactly, hammers. Okay. Yeah, so there's another machine. I didn't draw this very well. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't know why I'm so worried about this shit. No one cares. It's kind of like a big thing that you like look into. Crude Templar, appreciate the comment. Thank you. Yeah, Hammers. I mean, you know, honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's computer related. I just don't like spending that much time on the computer, and animation requires a lot of computer time. Particularly 3D animation, which is why I pretty much stopped doing that. I have a little... I say that, but I have a video coming out that's like super 3D, but anyway. I'm for like now on, I'm not really. That's why that's why we started doing those crayon animations. It wasn't me who did the actual drawings though. That was Ali Brown. Ali Brown and Carolina. Oh! Oh, I can't tell you yet. I'll tell you later. Who's producing your animations? What do you mean? I mean, me basically, or you guys are, really. Patreon money goes into producing. I pay people to animate for me, or I do the animations. I mean, I still do a lot of the work, but like, when it comes to like certain things, like, Allie's taking a lot of the, like, I do like keyframes now, you know? And I give her a lot of the grunt work of doing all the in-between animations and stuff. I mean, that's the way it should be, really. I mean, I can't be drawing every single frame. I'm gonna go crazy. Okay. Hey, what do you guys think of that new Eminem track? You guys listen to Eminem? I liked it, but it felt very it just kind of felt like he rehashed something from the past, which is, I guess it's fine. Okay, so now basically the animation is going to be this thing is going to go like ooh. He's got his eyes checked. I need to put eye exam art in the background.
It's the glare from
Do you have any philosophies that interest or resonate with you? Not particularly. I don't really believe in any one philosophy, so sometimes I read about it to get a little interested, you know, and that sort of thing. But I think a lot of philosophy is just like mind games, and it's kind of like if you were to look at a rat in a box and the rat was like coming up with schemes. That's kind of why I feel about it. It's just like there's certain things that we don't know, and of course it's interesting to try to figure these things out, but we haven't figured it out yet, and we're not even close to having figured it out yet. and maybe people will figure it out in the future, but I don't think that's something that we're supposed to know. Is there any ancient civilization cultures that you draw inspiration from? When I started Interface, I was interested in reading about like the Shinto spirits of like Japanese and like South Korean culture before South Korea became Christian Orthodox or whatever it is. Because they don't really have a religion, they just kind of have like it's not religion. What they have is like I don't know what you call it, like spirituality or something, or some sort of like, it's like a belief in like beings of some type, but I don't really know enough about the stuff to talk about it, to be quite honest. But I was just researching. I draw some inspiration from that when I was doing Interface, because I was trying to think of like, I always thought it was the funny thing about some of those Japanese spirits were like they'd be like super dangerous and stuff, but if you just like be polite with them, they won't attack you or anything. They'll just like kind of go on their way, or like you just kind of have to like, I think there's one of them I read about where it was like you can hear them coming up behind you, but all you have to do is like step it to the side and just say something. I forget exactly who it was, but you basically just say you just like greet them or whatever, and they'll like walk right in front of you and walk past. I don't know. I don't know about this stuff. I'm just kind of naming up random schizophrenic snippets that I remember, but it'd probably be better to like read a book about it than listen to me yammer on. Half cat. Hey, thank you. I appreciate the comment. Were you able to live as a full-time creator before the Umami series? What was the creative journey before that? So I had so some of you guys know that we had a different channel on YouTube called Stereo Chroma, and we used to film documentaries on how things are made and stuff like that. And we started that in 2016, and it was super mega successful, because I think one of the videos has like 30 million views. So that paid basically my rent and living expenses for about 3 years. But the thing is, and we kept making these documentaries, and the thing is, the documentaries took a lot of money to make too, and you know, took months to edit them. But eventually, like, we kind of ran out of like material, I guess, within our region, and we didn't really have that much of a budget to like expand. And my friend was telling me about Pilot Red Sun's animation channel. He wanted me to get into animation, so I decided to just try it for fun, and I latched onto that like crazy. So, and then that's sort of just kind of turned into my animation career. Before this first Stereo Chroma channel, I was editing videos. I was a video editor in Montreal. I edited videos for well, I was actually pretty lucky because I got to work on some cool stuff too. I was editing videos for Eidos, like a video game company, and Ubisoft. There was this one guy I met on who was like a producer that edits these kind of like behind the scenes videos for video games, and he needed someone to help him edit them. And so I did that for 2 or 3 years, I think. And the pay was like okay, it was enough to pay my bills, but it wasn't like great, you know. Before that, I used to edit videos for Playboy, which some of you might have known this, but there was an office in Montreal between 2012 and like 2015 or something like that, and I only worked there for 2 years, but I was editing like striptease videos, so and that paid basically shit. It paid my rent, that was about it, and like maybe $500 extra a month, which is like nothing. But but it was okay. So, and I had a lot of side jobs. Like I used to do background acting, which also paid crap, but whatever. Sometimes I worked on some movies here and there, like some short films. I worked on one feature film. That actually paid pretty decently. It was like $6,000 for like 1 month, I think. That was nice. But it was like you had to like wake up at like 5 in the morning every day, and it was like a 13-hour day kind of thing. And I really was in a poor physical shape back then too, so I don't even know how I managed to do that stuff. I didn't really enjoy. I think if I were to do it again, I'd probably have a better go at it than I did in the past. I didn't really enjoy doing the work because it was so treacherously mind-numbing a little bit. It was like basically my job was to every time the camera was set up in a different place, I had to get like the lens, the focal length, the focus, like how many feet it was, and like the angle of the lens, and like the height of the lens, and if there was any camera movements, I had to like draw little diagrams, and I had to like. It was so basically I had to do that for every single shot of the movie. And there was like a binder, and it was like this thick. And then I had some other cool I got to put like tracking markers on people, like the actors and stuff. And I had to put tracking markers on the wall, and the wall was like a green screen, and it was curved at the bottom. And so it was like dangerous to like, and it was like, I don't know like how many stories. It was like probably like 30, 40 feet in the air. And so I just devised a, they wanted me to like use a ladder, and it was all shitty and stuff. And I was like, I'm not doing that dangerous. I guess basically got a really long stick. And the stick had like a measuring device that would hang off of it, so I could angle them on the wall. Anyways, a lot of weird shit like that. I don't know if you guys ever seen like HDR balls, you know, like those globes that are like mirrors. But basically every time they had a set, you had to like put it in the middle of the room and take a photograph of it from different angles. It was a visual effects job. So and before that I was working in a parking booth, I worked in a parking booth, I worked in some restaurants, and basically minimum wage jobs. I worked at my university too. When I went to school, I worked in the film cage, you know, like where you rent out film equipment and stuff. I don't know why this thing is moving around. Okay, I got my shot done. I think. You should make him blink. I think he does blink actually. Oh, maybe he doesn't. I had his blink somewhere. Oh, he blinks before the thing moves, that's why. It's not a very good blink though, it's like kind of fucked up, so I might have to fix it. Has there been any places that you've traveled to which you've enjoyed? And are there any places you're interested in traveling to? I went to Norway last year for a couple days, just like 3 or 4 days. That was fun. And Oslo seems like a very, very cool city. It feels sort of like Montreal a little bit. It feels very like artistic and design oriented. And I wish I could spend a few more days there. It's a little bit expensive though. I mean, yeah, everything's expensive now. I went to Iceland last year for a week, actually 2 weeks, and super enjoyed that. Were I were to do it again though, I would do it a little bit differently than I did last time. But basically, Iceland's a big circle, the highway, and I think it would be better to do the bottom east side of Iceland, and then just drive backwards towards Reykjavik, and then go up north to the fjords up north. Because there's a lot of the north part of Iceland. It was cool. There was some stuff up there that was nice, but I feel like the best parts that I enjoyed the most were on the east and then probably the fjords, which the fjords are more. They were less touristy. There was less tourists up there, and it just kind of I kind of enjoyed that, because when you're doing like the ring loop of Iceland, it's like a very tourist centric highway. Everything is all you run into is tourists, you know. And we went to this one really remote kind of. It wasn't super remote. It's called Holmavik in Iceland, and I wasn't like I thought to myself, maybe we're wasting our time going up to Holmavik, you know. But we were there for 2 days, and it was just like nice to just kind of like relax and chill in this like really small town for a couple days. And my friend wanted to go do some like off-roading or whatever, and so he took the vehicle, and I just stayed in the town that day. And it was nice to just kind of relax after a lot of hiking and that sort of thing in like a small kind of fishing village. And I really liked that part actually quite a bit, even though it didn't have like the super magnificent mountains and stuff that you have on the east side, but I've also traveled to India a long time ago when I was 16 with my family, and went to I think my favorite parts of that trip were going to uh, Rajasthan, which is the northwestern part of India, next to Pakistan. The reason why is because they have these city states that are like ancient. So I don't know if you guys ever played like video games like so you know like Lord of the Rings, where there's like those like city states where they basically built a castle around like a mountain and everyone lives inside the walls. Like they have those in India and you can go visit them and see them and walk within the walls and everything. And sometimes they have like these, you can go inside like the castle part and there's like, it's like gold plated walls and stuff and like jewels like everywhere, and it's really and like animals, like crazy animals, like there's like bats and stuff, and it was really interesting. I enjoyed that part of the trip the most, going up there. Any other places I'd be interested in traveling to? I kind of want to like go to Argentina now, you know, and I want to go to like South America maybe, and Spain, but we'll see. Maybe in a couple of years. Carolina might be up for that, I think. MK Dinos, thank you for that. Yeah, if you're gonna go to India, I'd suggest go to Rajasthan. You can go visit Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, and I forget the third one. But there's like 3 different cities. There's the Golden City, the Blue City, and the Pink City. Okay, I have to draw this guy from a wide shot now, so... I gotta get some water. I'll be right back. I'm drinking this milk. It's too hot to be drinking milk. I gotta finish it though. Oh my god. I'll never fly over the ocean, especially since Boeing controls the skies. Most of the flights you can get, well, if you go to Europe, most of them are Airbus. You don't have to worry about Boeing so much. It's kind of messed up what's going on with bowing though. What advantages does the animation plugin you use have over the default? So basically, here's the problem with using the default by itself. Click on video timeline. It makes like this thing really super long, which is annoying. And so this plugin has got like scripts built into it, like this button, which just shrinks it down to 1 frame. And there's other buttons in here, like cutting this in half and stuff, which you can do here, but I don't know. It just like works better. The scripts appear, so just I don't know. It's worth it. It's like $25 or something. So yeah. Starlight, thank you for that. I hope you're doing well too. I used to have Umami merch, but someone stole it from me. That's just a testament to how good the merch is if people are stealing it. Thanks, Eric. How much money do you think you put into your current animation setup? Well, not that much, honestly. Like, it doesn't take that much money to get into animation. Besides, well, I mean, it depends. Like, Photoshop is expensive. Like, a yearly subscription is like $1,000 or something like that. But you get all the other programs like Adobe Premiere and all that shit. the computer is probably the most expensive thing, and you don't need to get the kind of computer I got, but I got a nice Mac Studio, which is expensive. But you can get, like, honestly, you can. I was using a 2018 Mac Mini, which is worth about $500 right now, and I made interface on that, so you don't need to have a super powerful computer. You just have to know how to do. You just have to know how to efficiently do things, and like animating at a low resolution, like I do, in PNGs is basically the most efficient you can get. And the tablets, like I was using a PTK-640 from Wacom, which was like a used one I got on eBay that was like $50. So over time, I slowly started like investing in the tools that I use, like the Hydrosynth and that sort of thing. But you don't need that. You don't, like, honestly, you don't need that stuff. I didn't have it when I started Interface, so you can start from not zero, but you can start from a lot less than you might think. Hey Umami, do you like the harp as an instrument, like songs that are harp dominant, made by harpists? I think I would like any music that's made on any instrument. It just depends on the melody and stuff, you know? I find that the harp sounds a little too mystical for me, though. I find that it sounds very fantasy-like, probably because there's a lot of it used in Lord of the Rings and that sort of thing. But that's a stupid opinion. Like, honestly, I could probably enjoy the harp. I might even just make a song using the harp. It just I don't know. I just prefer the violins and stuff, but I could try that sometime. Oh, I want to try using a tremolo mandolin. I found someone that can do that, and you know, like the Silent Hill soundtrack. I really like that sound. Man, I'm starting to get hot. I like to turn the fan on or something. You know, the thing about Montreal is it's hot during the day, but then in the evening it gets like steamy and muggy. Have you heard of Joanna Newsom? No, I have not, actually. Favorite artist at the moment? Okay. Joanna Newsom. Well, I'll search it and I'll look it up afterwards. Thank you for the recommendation. So I've been asked this too many times. Where do the holes in the calendar man's head go? I don't know. I don't know, man. They're kind of like I don't know what they are. I just drew them. I didn't really think about it too much. She's married to Andy Samberg. That's the most random thing. I don't know how to draw anatomy. You'd think I'd know how to draw anatomy after all these years. His arms are way too small. I'll fix that. He's got handcuffs on. That's right. I have not heard of the German singer Nico. Ever do life drawing classes? Yes, I love those. I haven't done them in a while, but in the wintertime I did them maybe 3 times. In Montreal there's lots of different options. But I went to one that was the Plateau. It tends to be more like risque, I guess. Which is more... You know, sometimes it's nice to draw models that are like physically in good shape rather than what I was. I mean, like when I went to NASCA at university, we'd have models, all sorts of models, but you know, eventually you get tired of drawing an 87-year-old man's balls, if you know what I'm saying. Just saying, like after you do that in a while, I get it. You know, so when I was doing interface at full speed, it took me about 2 months to do an episode. The first 3 episodes took me like less than a month though, but then I slowly started taking more time into it. But I also had no life back then, so I don't recommend it. Hey, will you ever sell those pink plushies again? I must have missed out. I've got frogs. I don't have birds at the moment. Though I know it's been extremely heavily requested I get those birds made. I might do a larger bird size, but, you know, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like, my channel isn't doing that well these days, which... It's like, if I were to get those birds made, it's like... I don't know if I will be able to sell enough of them. If so that it will pay off the expense of having them made. That's what I'm trying to say. I'd have to sell like 1,000 of them at least, because making plushies are expensive, especially larger ones, you know. So, and I don't know, like you know, like my channel was like peaking around when I was doing interface and stuff, and so it's kind of died off a little bit. You know, I'm fine with that, honestly. As long as I can pay my bills and shit, I'm happy. But like when it comes to like bigger merch like that, it makes things a little bit more difficult, unfortunately. So for now, I've just been sticking to increasing the quality of the cheaper stuff, like getting more screen printed shirts, and well, I got these new Mischief patches and stuff, which are less expensive and better quality than anything I could have offered in the past. So. Are you sleeping better? Not really, honestly. I still have insomnia, but I've been exercising a lot more and getting a lot more nutrition and stuff. So I do feel much better, but I don't. The sleep has been still difficult. What about some tees or hoodies? Yes, well, hoodies. I'm gonna try to get some screen printed hoodies for the fall, like the winter time. So like maybe when people are looking for Christmas shopping, I might do some high quality like hoodies, like really nice ones, screen printed and everything. This makes him look kind of like he's got a feminine body, so I think. But he's supposed to be like an older man. He's not super in shape. Like, it's. Nully Wooly, yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Just, honestly, recommendations have always been shit, but it just seems like it's gotten worse. Like, honestly, I log into YouTube sometimes, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit it's showing me? Like, I know there's good quality stuff out here. I can't, there's nothing I can do about that, you know? I'm not gonna Mr. Beast my way into getting views, you know? I'm not gonna, I mean, I could, like, I know exactly what it takes to get views. I've done it with Stereochroma. But I just don't give a fuck enough. Like, I'm not gonna, if I really wanted views, I could make parody, satirical videos, like every other video, you know? But it doesn't really interest me anymore. And I would just not enjoy myself. So, for now, I think it's cool to have this little underground, underrated, little niche section of the internet, and you guys can hang out and chat with me, and there's not like a lot of people. It's nice, actually. We noticed you watched a clip of The Office 2 years ago. Here's a recommendation of clips. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I looked up Red Alert 2 to show Carolina something, and now I got like 3 different rows of Red Alert videos being recommended to me. Like, I don't know what they're thinking, but is it easy to get that edit to play in your TV like that? That's just basically it's on VHS tape, the interface movie. So I just have it on a VCR playing on loop basically. So it's just playing on it's going on in circles basically. Izzy or IZ, thank you for that. I kind of enjoy them too. It's more simple, short things. This one I'm working on right now is also like a short one, but there's no dialogue. I'm trying to like go back to the roots of the channel a little bit and try to, because I've been overdoing it with animation. So, and all my early stuff is very simple and there's no words sometimes, it's just music. And so I want to just try to do a few more of those things. I have trouble finishing cartoons. Do you recommend making the story up as you go along to keep it interesting? I don't think you need to write the whole story out ahead of time. And I think that's probably worse. I don't think you should make it up completely as you go. You should have some idea where you want to go. But that being said, when I started Interface, I was kind of making it up as I was going. You can make it up as you go, but you might run into the problem where unless you can, you have to realize that every little story detail that you make is important. And so if you make the little, like, and so this is the flaw with safe mode, is there's a lot of little things, side characters that you see only once, and you probably won't ever see them again. That's a flaw. That's a screenwriting flaw in my opinion, but I'm purposely doing it that way because I don't care. With Interface, I really did care, and that's why Interface feels like a cohesive movie. But if you're writing things and you're making it up as you go along, you have to be aware of the fact that whatever you put in your script is important, and that if you show a gun in the first act, it should go off in the third act, for instance. Like, basically, there has to be a reason why you put the things in the script, so that it doesn't seem like a random mismatch of things, and you don't end up with like season 3 or 4 of what's that movie called? That show, Lost, or that other show with the robot cowboys. What was it called? With the cowboys, you shoot people in the robots. I could tell from the first season that they didn't know where they were going, and they were just making it up as they were going. Oh, Ozark too. Ozark, the first season, it's like, hey, this is going to be pretty good. This show is going to be okay, but then quickly season 2 then people start dying randomly like crazy, and then you're just like, oh, they don't know what they're doing. Westworld, yeah, that's right. Thank you. What about subverting expectations, though? I don't think that it's important to subvert expectations by usurping traditional storytelling conventions. I think you can subvert expectations by creating characters that you wouldn't normally have in scene, or representing people that are not typically in movies. Subverting expectations, you should do it with your you should do it with the content of your script, but not necessarily with the how the structure of a story is told. You know what I mean? Because I think we've seen enough of that where I don't know. That's just it's probably a boomer opinion of mine. I mean, there's some movies where what am I even talking about right now? I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit. Sorry guys. I don't remember what I'm talking about. I have not considered publishing a magazine because that's too much work. Sorry. I don't think I don't like. What am I talking about? Conventional. Oh, just forget about it. I don't remember. Right. Oh yeah. Okay. So, you can. I think it's important just to tell, like, you can. I completely lost my train of thought, so I don't know what I'm going on about. Sorry, guys. I need to draw this little machine here. I am pretty fatigued. I was at the gym today for like 4 hours. Maybe not 4 hours. I was there for at least 2.5. And then I came home and made burgers, and it's like really hot in my apartment. So. I don't know what's supposed to be on the back of this machine. I think it's supposed to be like a cable or something. Oh yeah, it's up to like a. Drugs are not going to help you get inspired, in my opinion. They'll help you digest stuff that you have already made. But when it comes to making stuff, they're distracting. That's my opinion about that. Yeah, I didn't do anything like that when I was doing interface. During the pandemic, I started smoking weed, and then, but I'm pretty much off of that completely. It doesn't. I don't feel like it helps. It's like it's not good to do, so I stopped. Sometimes the weed would be nice to, like, it would help while I'm drawing to help me focus, but after a couple years, I think the effects started changing, and for the worse probably. So I decided to end it. Yeah. I think it changes, like the effects change after a while if you're a regular user, you know. Oh, the computer is like at a different perspective than this crazy this machine. The table is all wonky. Withdrawal is shitty, mood and energy killer. Yeah, like the next 3 days, you're just like messed up. It's not good. It's not good at all. That looks a little bit better, I think, I guess, sort of. It's kind of fucked up still. It doesn't really matter too much. Now, this thing has to be like on rails, basically. Oh, the rails are right here. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just like an eye machine. I don't like drawing things of this detail because it's takes forever. I don't even know like what the hell I'm drawing up there. Like what is that? You know it's enough. Just have it like connect like this. Just it doesn't matter if it doesn't look like the real thing in real life. It's just you get the idea. It goes like this. There. Done. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so then over here I need a keyboard. I don't need to draw the mouse. Some cables there. Okay. All right, got that done. Oh, I should save this before it like freezes and I lose everything. There was a door behind him. Oh. Mischief plushes are $200 on eBay, eh? That's crazy, man. They appreciate it in value. There we go. sign. My sign. Just gonna go in the door. You know, I think it's fine. That's fine. Okay, good. This is not for safe mode. This is another kind of like short video. This animation will be coming out probably in 2 or 3 days because it's 99% done. And I think this might be one of the better ones. I don't want to like, I don't want to blow it. You know what I mean? I feel like it might be, it's one of my better ideas, I think. Sometimes I just make shit and I'm like not super happy about it, but I need to put something out. I don't do it that often, but this one I feel pretty good about, and they have like an electrical panel or something on the saw wall here. Something to fill up the space in the corner.
Is this still a good place to be? If it feels the same, how will we know if it's breaking down? If it's breaking down, will I still find
Favorite
there?
type of beer brand.
Stone and wire, the disconnect that gets me nowhere,
Just a couple of beers I could like recommend
gets
that
me
I like.
nowhere. Yesterday's way tells me more. Say what you said before, and tell me what you need to say.
Cronenberg 1994 Blanc French wheat beer. Pretty good. I like this. I was traveling in Europe for a bit. It's good. In Quebec, we have this company called let's see, I forget what the name of it is. Yeah, there's Unibrew beers in Quebec, and I like these. They're pretty strong. They're like 8%, but they're good. And I like the Fenimon, all of them. I haven't tried them all actually, but if you come in Quebec, I recommend trying some of these. Unibrew. What do you find grounds you the most? These days, it's exercise, and I feel like I've rediscovered exercising properly. I go to the gym now quite a bit, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and I always feel refreshed and calm afterwards. And I used to get all like neurotic and shit before, and it's like, honestly, like we're supposed to be exercising. Humans are designed to be using your bodies, and if you don't, I think it like manifests in bad ways mentally, in your head stuff, you know. That's what I think anyway. But why? Oh, that's why. Yeah. And I think I used to not like exercising that much, probably because of the music they used to play in the gym. But I got these wireless headphones from I forget what the brand is. The same one I'm wearing right now, Audio Technica, and you can play the music through your phone, right to your headphones, and it makes it like 1,000 times better. So I don't know why that took me so long to figure that out, but basically, yeah, the music was horrendous in the gym, but you can use your own music. You just put your headphones on it. For some reason, I thought like I would still hear the music in the gym that they play through the speakers, but you basically don't hear it with these Audio Technica over-the-ear headphones. I don't recommend getting those little earbuds or the ear pods, because I see guys working out there and they're like losing them all the time. They're like flying out of their ears, and because they're like they're like designed like little macaronis. When they hit the floor, it goes like it goes flying at like a 180-degree angle up into the, like, it just, you lose it basically. It goes, who knows where it goes. But these big things you put on your head, you can't hear anything else, and I don't know, then you're not fidgeting with your ear pods because they're falling out of your ear and stuff. That's yeah. So I recommend doing that. You know, if you could put your own music on, that, you know. That's, yep. Koi girl. Hey, thank you for that. Appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it. Workout playlist. Um, it's actually it's a lot of the health music. Been playing a lot of health. Um, Enjoyable Sounds Volume 2, which I think I already posted once. But it's basically my workout playlist for now. Until, well, I'm going to keep adding to it, but it's not very long right now. Man, this guy's head is huge compared to his body. Maybe I'll fix it later. You're given a magic eraser that can instantly solve any existing problem. Single use. What do you use it for? I don't know. I don't think I would use it, to be quite honest with you. Because if you use something like that, it has unintended consequences. So, back in 2009, I had $1,000 worth of Tesla stock, and I remember selling it because I needed to pay my rent. So let's say that I decided to use this magic eraser to erase that from happening in the past, so I didn't sell it. And then I would have a significant amount of money today, basically. Not that much, actually. It'd be a lot, but it'd be enough that maybe I wouldn't have felt pressured to start YouTube and get into animation. Not that I got into it to make money, but I would be so comfortable living that I wouldn't feel the need to have to challenge myself. And then maybe I'd be stuck kind of just living like some sort of easy mode life where I don't really accomplish anything, you know? So, and I'm trying to think like, what could you just like, how, there's no magic eraser for like a war in Ukraine or something, you know what I mean? Or like, I don't know, what would you even erase? Like, how do you erase something? Just a hypothetical question, but I don't think I would use it. I don't think I would use it. If I did use it, it would be on something really kind of benign, basically. It'd be like, I don't know. I can't even really say. I would undo a stock sale. Yeah, that's what I'd do. It's not a good idea to play God. Exactly. Exactly. Color is the door on the close-up. Silver, probably. Yeah. I worked in this office for renting apartments once, and there was a wooden door behind the desk. The guy that I was working for wanted me to paint the door silver, metallic silver. So it looks like the door was made out of metal, and that would like give people the impression that the building was more secure. But it was like a shitty wooden door. The thing is, though, having the crippling screen addiction, I wouldn't say it's bad, but like if I had not had that crippling screen addiction, I wouldn't come up with some of these ideas that I have. You know what I mean? So it's not so easy to just say, oh, I could flick a switch and then suddenly I don't have that problem anymore, because the unintended consequences are significant. Basically, this video that I'm working on right now came from something I've seen just from scrolling on Twitter, which was that kind of place that you go to visit when you're looking through the lens of these eye examination rooms. And that spurred a whole idea. And it was from my crippling screen addiction that I came up with this idea, you know? But, oops, this is supposed to be a lighter color. So that's, like I'm saying, like, it's not so easy to just be able to fix up anything. Like, you guys ever see, like, the Butterfly Effect, the movie? Like, that's a dramatized version of it, but basically, there will be consequences to doing even the smallest things. Interfaces, many things, but like, yes, they're part of it has to do with screen addiction. And it's literally called interface, which is what a screen is usually. Unlike the Matrix, which is more like you're plugged into something you're not even aware of, the interface is more like something you're actively engaging with. Computer. But it could also be like a brain interface, you know. Basically it just means like a connection device. I didn't know there was a director's cut. That's interesting. Should check that out. Oh, what do you think about Neuralink? I think I mentioned this on the stream before, but I feel like all the potential negative aspects of Neuralink are are possibly worth having, so that people who are completely crippled and with locked-in syndrome, or people who have like paralysis of their body, are able to communicate with us at least. Because I don't, you know what a nightmare it is to be locked in your own head and unable to move? There's people in this world that have that problem. And they're conscious about what's going on around them, but they can't even say anything. Some of these people can't even blink. Maybe they're in a coma, but they're conscious, you know? You know how long it is to live? 50 years and stuff? It's like you're basically locked into a nightmare, basically. So if you can get Neuralink to people like that who really do need it, then that's amazing. That's why I think it's worth having all the research done. It's like that guy that was on Neuralink, the first test subject, you know? He was paralyzed, and his life is significantly better because of it. You know, there's going to be crazy people that are perfectly healthy that get Neuralink so that they can play video games. That's a little bit fucked up in my opinion, but they want to do it, go ahead. It's like laser eye surgery. I'm not going to get that shit done to me because I don't want the potential of having my eyes screwed up, which does happen to some people. I probably won't live to be long enough to have, when they have all that stuff figured out perfectly. Might be like, 300 years or something. Probably in the future, probably 300 years, there's going to have some sort of Neuralink where you don't have to like have it plug into your brain. That's what I think. Maybe. I could be wrong. See it. Yeah. Then like I thinned some of the texts, but it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm like drawing the text green like it's the Matrix. Honestly, the screen is kind of wrong. It should be like this. And just for the hell of it, just make it Windows XP because it's hilarious. There are clouds and the XP logo in the background for the... I don't know. Oh, whatever. Just put a big window here anyway. I don't know what those circles are supposed to be. His eyes? His eyes. His eyes are good. Let's put a big green check mark. You passed. Eye exam. Good. Good job. Wait. Too much crap on the screen. It's distracting, honestly. and I don't like how it's Windows XP. Sometimes, if it's just distracting, it doesn't look good. Like, how are you trying to tell a story? You're not trying to make jokes about Windows XP. It's not even that funny. What's so funny? Oh, it's computers, Windows XP. I don't like the yellow. I don't like the orange. I guess. That's better. I think this drawing is almost finished. Maybe a little texture in the wood, maybe. Nothing too dramatic though. Maybe just a highlight on the edge. Okay, I'm done. Rule 0, of course. Take care, man. Alright, I think I'm done this drawing. I'm gonna look at it tomorrow when I have a clear. I can look. Sometimes I find things I want to fix, but basically I got it. So that's done. And so this animation will be coming out probably in a few days. It's gonna take very long. That's it, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and talk to you all next time. Good night.